OCB Real Talk. Fella, introduce yourself.
Yo, Rivers, LDR, gift of the Gab League. What's poppin', man?
Welcome onto the show, my brother. If what I do with everyone when they first come on the show, I just ask them to tell the people how they got into battling and music.
Um, Basically, I've been making music for a long time, you know, locally around South London and stuff. But I met up with Snoop a couple years back from the same area and that, and it just came into fruition. A battle league comes up. I felt like I had the skills to do it, so I just jumped in.
All right, cool,
That's basically the history.
cool. You've obviously put in time for a few battles for the league, bro. Let's be real. Building up to obviously the Order and Chaos card, which we're gonna go in and talk about. Which we'll start at the bottom, which is Wilsey versus Savage.
I think with this battle here, Willsy definitely has the advantage of having been down to Gift of the Gab before, so he kind of knows what is expected of him. I haven't really heard much from Savage, so I can't really judge on how well or how shit I think he will do in it. But I do think Willsy has the advantage, so I probably would lean towards Willsy, but it won't be easy for Willsy to just turn him over because he's not gonna come there and stand up and be no punching bag. So it will be a tight victory, but I think Willsy will take that.
All right, Straps versus Money Mitch.
Um, I'm gonna have to go for Straps. I've actually heard a few little bits and pieces from Straps, and if I weigh it up, I've never heard Money Mitch come with anything of that type of caliber. So I'm gonna have to lean towards Straps in this one. I don't think it's gonna be a walk in the park for Straps, because I do think Money Mitch is gonna bring something, but I just don't think it's gonna be enough. So I'm gonna have to go for Straps.
All right, Hulk versus Biggs.
Um, I'm gonna have to go for Biggs, and basically because I've heard Hulk say he's gonna bring it countless times, and he's kind of disappointed me. I hope Hulk hearing this makes Hulk step it up and do something unexpected. But I basically think it's gonna have to be Biggs for this one, innit?
All right, Caps versus MG.
Caps looks very ready. I haven't heard much from MG. I think I've seen one battle. I think with who's he battle with? Sojitsu in it. One battle with Sojitsu in it. So I've seen Caps countless times. I've seen his high levels, his lower levels. So I think Caps has got advantage. Plus he's coming off the back of the battle with Shocks. Shocks did very well. So I think Caps is definitely gonna want to come this time and put some extra work in it. So
All right,
Caps.
cool. Gizmo versus Shucks.
Yeah, this is gonna be one of them battles because both of them are capable of bringing a lot in both different ways in it. Like Shocks, very lyrical, wordplay, crazy. But I think Gizmo's experience will push him through this battle. Gizmo's not shit. He's a guy that's got bars as well, but because his performance is so crazy, a lot of people don't really recognize that. But I think this will be a tough test for Shocks. I couldn't really judge this one. I think Shocks is going into it as the favorite, but I think regardless of how it goes in this battle, it's going to be a tight one, innit? It's going to be 2-1 to somebody, innit? I can't even judge in it. If I had to lean a certain way, I probably would lean more towards Gizmo because I think Shocks might not be ready for Gizmo, but that Gizmo's not taking Shocks like he's no slouch in it. So we'll see. And I see Shocks talking about he's going to 3-0 him and that. I don't know if that's the right attitude to have in this type of battle, in it, but I probably will have to lean towards Gizmo, but it will be tight either way, innit?
All right, cool. Put Piff versus Flex Blizzard.
This is another similar one because I think Flex Blizzard is obviously the favorite here. I mean, obviously Flex Blizzard asked to battle Port Piff, like he wanted the battle and that. So out of the choice of whoever he wanted and that, so he's probably obviously got some type of angle that he was working on or whatever in it. So it kind of puts Porky in the underdog position, but it's a dangerous position to have him in. I've battled both of these guys, and they both bring a different type of thing to the battle arena in it. So it's gonna be a different clash of style. I think this happens, it's definitely going to be tight as well. It's not going to be as no walk in the park or whatever in it. Like personally, it's hard. This one is hard for me to judge in it because they're both going to go hard in it. So I'll say this will be debatable either way.
So before we go on the main events of the night, let's go in on the match that isn't on the card, which is Soul-Jitsu versus 5-Star Firms.
Okay. This one here, I'll be real with you. 5-Star, his presentation and his performance is always to a certain standard, but I just think he's not going to bring as much as Soul-Jitsu's going to bring. Like I think Soul-Jitsu got a taste of Gift of the Gab last time, and he's going to want more of that. So he's going to bring his A game. I think 5-Star's been out of the game for a little while, and when you're out of the game for a minute, go back in with a little bit of ring rust or whatever they want to call it. So I think it's going to be a fight for 5-Star. He could come in and take the roof off if he knows what he's doing, or if he really takes it serious, because he's not like no walking apart for anybody. But I just think Soul-Jitsu's going to bring more in it.
Alright, cool. Moving on to the co-main event of the evening, which is Fury versus Tally.
Yeah, it's a big matchup still. Big matchup. Tally, basically I've been watching Don't Flop for a long time, and I think Tally to me is probably the first, let's say, young hood individual that they've kind of taken to in kind of the Don't Flop world. Usually they kind of move away from that, but Tally's the first one that I've seen him actually take to in it. He's got something about him that the fans enjoy. You know what I'm trying to say? Fiora is just a completely different world. You know, I just think if they both bring their A game, it's going to be a crazy battle. Probably one of the craziest of the night. I think like this and Shocks and Gizmo will be crazy battles of the night. If I had to lean in any direction, I think Fiora's experience in Gift of the Gab will kind of serve him well, and he'll probably take it. But it won't be no walk in the park again, as I say. There's not really no battles on the whole card that I believe anyone's going to 3-0 anyone. Like, so when I hear all that stuff, it's just funny to me, innit? Like, everyone's going to be trying their hardest because this is a big magnitude card. So there won't be no, unless someone really underestimates their opponent, I don't think there's going to be no 3-0s going on in the night.
Alright, cool. So let's move on to the main event, bro. Now, let's be honest, there's been a lot of talk about this card as a whole.
Yeah.
And a lot of talk about this whole main event. Like, you're part of it.
Yeah.
Some man are talking bad about it, some man are talking good about it. Like, in all sorts of different ranges. What's your take on it, man?
My take on it is, I'll be real, it's just the fact that it has the proving ground kind of label attached to it that makes people feel some kind of sort of way. Because really and truly, nobody, like, I'll be real, to me, Gift of the Gab gets a lot of kind of like negative feedback at times. A whole lot of negative feedback to where we're, as artists, we're used to it. It's not really nothing. If I have a bat when I see something negative, it's not really something that's going to make me jump out of my seat or whatever like that. So when I hear a lot of negative stuff about an event, it's just normal. Like, it's normal to hear that, but it's just different to hear it before the events actually happened, innit? But yeah, it's not nothing nobody's really worried about. It's just, we expect it, and it just means that we're moving in a different direction or whatever, innit? And it's like it's not the only one. It's the first of a few proving grounds that will be going down over here. So I feel like people need to understand that there's a shot for everybody. There's certain people I personally want to see doing a proving ground because I think they deserve it. But until things link up and they talk to the right people, whatever, then it's just gonna be whatever it is. But I'm not really watching it. I'm just more thinking the card that I've seen and whatever's going on, it's gonna be a crazy night. I'm just looking forward to it. To be honest, I'm not looking at it no other way. I'm just looking forward to the situation.
Same on it, bro. Same on it. Obviously, shout outs to Snoopy and Street Style Norbs who are hosting it.
Definitely.
25th of January. Have you got any other shout outs you want to do, bro? Anything else?
Well, I'm jumping back into the booth very, very soon, and there'll be a new project coming soon. I will be announcing that on like your usual outlets or whatever. So just look out for what's coming, innit? Really and truly. Shout out everybody in the league, everybody on the card. You know how we do. Same on.
Alright, man. Cool. Thank you very much. Well, this has been Real Talk. check out all the links in the underneath, people. Make sure to follow the Twitters, the Facebooks, everything's All City Battles / All City Battles. All Rivers links, all the links for the events, and that's in the underneath. And
That's right.
thanks for watching.